Hi everyone, my name is Machelle and I want to talk about bipolar depression. So I live with bipolar and have been so for the last 4 years. Depression is different for each and every individual because we feel things differently. We respond to things differently. We act differently. And one of the things that kind of stands out for me with regards to bipolar is that it's normally not something you can sense, or rather something that you know is coming. Well, that means the same thing. But what I mean to say is that the impact of bipolar depression is not, like immediate necessarily. It takes time. It takes it starts for me, and I'll speak from my personal experience. It starts with the thoughts. So it's a rush of thoughts, it's a rush of negativity that is filtered into your mind, and you can't let go of it. I've got OCD as well, so it's almost an obsessive kind of feeling of these thoughts pushing through to your mind. I think bipolar just heightens it more. So it's like over dramatized in my head over and over and over again. It's not easy to kind of live with that because I lose complete focus. I would have these persistent thoughts while I'm driving, for instance, and it's really debilitating because there's nothing I can do to stop it. So it's very frustrating. I mean, with the thoughts comes thoughts of suicide. If I can start with saying that getting out of bed in the morning is a mission. I would take that much longer to get out of bed, to do the normal functions of getting bathed, brushing my teeth. But for some reason, I always want to look a certain part. So for me, it's been about putting up a front and then pretending like the rest of the day is okay. But when I would get to work, I would completely switch off. I wouldn't be able to function. I'm just like, I don't know, this one thorn sticking out from the many roses that's surrounding me, if I can put it like that. Functioning is something that you have to do daily, and for bipolar people or people with the bipolar depression, the impact of it is sometimes very severe. It's, for me, it's not necessarily staying in bed and laying all day or not being able to do certain things. I kind of have to be able to cope with certain things. So for instance, I am a mom of 3, and very often I find myself getting very angry with my children or with anyone within reach of me, my spouse especially, because bipolar depression, there is so much anger there. There is so much frustration, and I don't know if it's just a depression thing, but I do know that the bipolar for me brings a lot of anger. There's a lot of resentment. So feelings in general for bipolar is feeling of, for me, feelings of defeat, the anger, the feeling of resentment sometimes at my family, for not understanding. It just makes things worse at the end of the day. Being so fatigued and exhausted, you can't explain that to anyone, even having to make a pot of food but there's times where I'm just like, I can't do it, even to please anybody, including my kids. I can't. You feel like you're suffocating. You feel like you're alone on an island, being drowned with water, and no one is there to save you. No one gets it. I feel like a shell. I feel numb, hopeless, and overall, you feel like less of the person that you once were. I just want to say to the people listening to this video that it doesn't mean that life stops here. It doesn't mean that life ends here. There are so many things that can keep us going. There's so many people that can, motivate us. And all I can say is surround yourself with love. As long as you feel love, you feel your heart beating, and you can see a future. Maybe not every day, because every day is not guaranteed. Push through. Keep going. Keep fighting. We can get through it. We can overcome it somehow. But never give up. Thank you.